All you need is one willing connector. If you don't know, my name is Micah, and I am the co-founder and co-owner of Dream Support, where we provide remote executive assistance to busy leaders, perhaps like you, who get bogged down in the weeds and have to deal with a lot of minutia that's important, but it just doesn't fuel you, and it weighs you down, and it stunts your growth. And perhaps you need someone to take care of that on your behalf so that you can live at a higher level, above the clouds, as we say, where dreamers thrive. We provide those fractional remote executive assistants, and if you need help with that, please let me know. But let's get back to the subject. The subject is one willing connector. So recently I connected two of my clients. One has a podcast, and one I thought would be a good guest for his podcast. So I connected them in an email and just said, hey, JD, meet Jamal. I think Jamal would be a good guest on your podcast. So Jamal is a guest on his podcast, and they hit it off, right? It's a great connection. Not only that, now Jamal has been invited out to the Excel Leadership Network conference, which is in Phoenix, where I'm at right now. And it's like tomorrow and the next day. And so he's invited him to come out. And I was already coming out because we helped sponsor the event. It's really cool to see that connection, take place. And so now Jamal's getting to meet all these other guys who are leaders that perhaps he could enrich their life or serve them in a really impactful way, because he's an LMFT, licensed marriage and family therapist. He's also a speaker, and so he could have the opportunity to travel and speak with different groups or organizations that these people represent. So anyway, I just think it's really cool that just one connection can lead to so many different things. One willing connector, that's all you need. Here's another example. My wife has been the executive assistant to a man named Zach for 11 years now. He lives in St. Louis and we live in California, and they have been working remotely before it was cool, right when people really started doing that. I mean, my wife and I have been using Zoom way before it was cool, way before a pandemic hit. And Zach introduced me to Dan. Dan's in Phoenix. I'll see Dan in a couple of days. Dan was one of our first clients at Dream Support. So Erica, my wife, serves Zach. Zach connects me with Dan. Dan becomes one of our clients. Then Dan connects me with, Ryan. Ryan's over on the East Coast. Ryan becomes one of our clients. Ryan connects me with Sam. He lives in Phoenix. I'll see him tomorrow. Sam connects me with somebody else. All these people just, they have a taste of the solution that it is to have an executive assistant, and then they want to share that with their friends. That's how we grow the best. And those are our best clients, the ones who come by referral. So anyways, all you need is one willing connector to get you to the next thing, right? We've had executive assistants come our way because current assistants connect us. One willing connector. It's a core idea. I think it's a really important idea. You just need one willing connector, one person to say, you know what, you ought to meet you, and I think you could enrich each other's lives. A matchmaker of some kind. Just to let you know, I have a growing list of podcast hosts and podcast guests that I'm trying to connect to one another. So if you have a podcast, please reach out to me and let me know what it's about. I'll be glad to check it out and see if it's something that I'd recommend someone for. Or if you are a guest, if you like to go on podcasts, reach out, let me know kind of what your subject is and point me to a couple you've been on so I can check that out. And I'm not asking for you to pay me for this. I'm just interested in building these lists of people that I could connect, and who knows where it leads. I'm hopeful that it's really, really helpful to you. I just want to be a willing connector for you. So maybe that's a little bit of value that I can add to your life. Anyway, God bless you. I hope this is helpful, and let me know if you need any help.